And we're live.
Are we really?
We're live, baby.
And we're live.
Check this out. Hey, Andrew.
Oh.
So where's the camera?
Got a live switcher, baby.
Live switcher.
Switcher. I hardly know her.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, it's my wife.
Not in here. Not today.
Okay. Guys,
So
we're
yeah,
finally
I'm gonna
here.
have to work this switchboard, which I've never done before.
Hey, this is a practice round.
Practice round, baby.
A mulligan, if you will.
Yeah, I'm good. Andrew checking to see if my work was good.
I use the giant Mountain
My
Dew
ears.
chapstick all the time.
My ears
Every
were too
single day.
loud.
That's why my lips are so soft.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew
That actually
chapstick.
sounds good.
Yeah, it's like a big tube.
We'll just wait to get started till about 10,000 people get in.
Or Lily gets here. Whichever one comes first.
Yeah,
Probably 10,000 people.
yeah, probably 10,000 people.
Everyone send this link to your friend, to your group chat, and say, hey, watch this. Joe Rogan's about to be a podcast guest on here. So
Yeah, like what? Joe Rogan's go? Joe Rogan.
please, no way.
Oh man. Oh, all right, Lil.
Yeah, see, look at her location, dude. Show everyone her. Actually, share her location with everyone in the chat real quick.
It is. She's saying she's. I'm looking now.
Okay. Everyone put your guesses. How far away is she?
Everyone guess.
How many minutes away?
She's about 4 minutes. She's 4 minutes away.
Oh, no winners. Oh, Crystal Hagen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal Hagen.
Hey guys, what do you think of this? That little switcheroo. Pretty cool, huh?
It's pretty nifty. It feels really weird to be completely not in control of audio or camera right now.
I know I'm in control of everything.
I hate it.
We'll just keep
Kinda
the camera on this side.
Zoom in.
Oh, all right, guys. Well,
What's going on? And let's talk to the chat for a second. What's
Yeah.
going on in your world right now? Where are you guys watching from? We're in Florida, so whoever gets the longest ways away.
We got a
wins.
Portugal.
A Portugal. That's not even a real place, is it?
Portugal.
Portugal. Tennessee, New York, Sacramento.
whoa.
Slow
That
down.
is-
Magic Mine.
The
What?
moon.
No sponsor. Jersey, baby. Hey, Neodesha, Kansas. Shout out to the what were there? There were mascots. Oh, don't tell me it's a Thunderbolt. The Streaks, the Blue Streaks. The Streaks? Neodesha Streaks?
The streakers.
No, that was that it? I can't remember.
Yo, one up is what we do. Are you really in Thailand right now? Because that has to win if that's true.
It's Thailand.
Thailand. That's why they always shorts there. Idiots. Madagascar. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Let's go to Madagascar right stinking now. Fort Scott, dude. Greyhounds, baby. I was almost this close to going to college for football and being a Greyhound. That was their mascot.
Oh,
Greyhound.
my college didn't have a mascot. It was just
Our mascot was Jesus.
Yay, Francis Chan.
Yeah, oh, that's true. That actually was your mascot. It was
Hey,
just no one else could dress up as him or get canceled real quick.
Hey, what time is it in Madagascar? I can't hear him.
No, guys, you're supposed to talk to us. Antarctic military base. Sick.
That's actually crazy.
There's no way.
All right, guys.
She's almost here. What should we do? Should we gaslight her somehow?
Yeah.
How should we gaslight Lily before she walks in here, guys? Give us a quick idea.
Just pretend you're interviewing somebody, like someone important's on the call, and just see how
Like
long
be
it
like
takes.
when she walks in, be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out!
Yeah.
No, get out! Get out!
Hold on.
Sit down.
Lil, we got Joe Rogan about to hop on.
Just put it like put on here. Like just really rush her.
Sit.
You know, she's probably in the chat.
Let's act like we're praying.
Like, don't be rude. Shh, Lil. Question her hairstyle.
Oh, that's
We
the
told
area you
you-
went with?
We told you to dress up. You know you were gonna be on camera today, right?
Oh.
8:05 p.m. in Madagascar. Hey, Phi is your name? Phi Lamb? Good night. Sweet dreams. It's almost 8 o'clock, dude.
Golly, it's tracking
bedtime,
so
dude.
fast.
Yeah, I can't keep up with it.
How many people we got in here? 800,000. Always knew Andy was a Soviet. Back off, dude.
Hey,
I'll fight you, man.
he is though.
I'm going to be fighting one of our viewers 4th of July this Friday.
Yep.
Mountain Door fireworks show. I am going to stop there on the way home after the thing. I'm going to walk around.
Heck yeah.
I'm just going to wait for a guy just to pounce me, and I'm going to wrestle him until one of us walks away alive.
What if he just is actually going to murder you though?
Like, I think it's somebody else.
It's that guy that sent us that cryptid note
Dude.
yesterday.
Guys,
Yesterday?
oh, we have a bad one, dude. We get
Like,
some.
like the same,
No,
It's a different person.
worse?
it's
Scarier.
scary.
It's scarier.
Maybe they're watching.
The other one was more organized, I feel like.
If you're watching this and you send us that very cryptic
Scribble.
message
Dude, it was scary.
with Morse code on it,
Did you figure out what it was?
yeah,
Okay.
I asked
Hey, shout out
ChatGPT.
MW. Thank you.
It was very scary. Yeah, hold on, let me see. It was
Dude, everybody wants to hear about alligator Alcatraz. We'll probably get there.
Yeah, let's talk about it today.
Hold, please.
let me send you this, Andrew.
Josh, did you trim your beard? Looking sharp, my man.
I actually did. Thank you for noticing, guys.
Hey, listen, after you went from your trip, I forgot what you looked like, dude.
That's true.
Yeah.
I literally
I don't know, I just came back different.
That's crazy.
I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I don't.
But why would that?
That's crazy. Oh. Do you think they're okay?
What the heck? I'm so confused.
Hi, Lil.
Nothing happened.
Were
Nothing
you guys
happened.
even talking
No.
to anybody?
No.
No.
Classic gaslight.
Classic.
Got her.
So weird.
We could have kept going.
I know.
I didn't know what to
You-
go. I was trying to figure out, like, I was trying to act like we were listening to somebody, talking to somebody.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it sounded like.
Like,
You yelled before her headphones were on. So
I know, I
I'm
just-
the one who was like,
hey, she jumped too. It's all right.
You guys are confusing me. What is this?
That's so we were talking about that yesterday. Someone sent us that in the mail.
Oh,
Do you not want to do your hair today?
watch your mouth. I said to somebody the other day, they were talking to me. Have you been keeping up with the fact that like Liver King is trying to kill Joe Rogan?
yeah.
Okay, I had it with Josh. You know, he climbed a mountain to
Uh-huh,
get signal, and
yeah.
the first thing I'm telling him is about how Liver King is trying to kill Joe Rogan.
He wakes up like he gets up there. It's like so many texts. Call me, please. It's an emergency.
You're
He's freaking out.
You literally have been away. You don't know that Liver King is out to murder him. But all I could say to the person who was informing me, I'm like, Andy says I look like Liver King.
I didn't
You
say
say
you.
that. When I
didn't-
used self tanner, yes, you did.
You said. I said. I made one joke 2 years ago when you used self tanner one time because I was the week before I had just been dressed up as Liver King, so I was making a joke because I was using self tanner. I was like, "Oh, you use self tanner, Liver King."
That's terrifying.
This is very scary.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pull it up in the.
What's going on here?
We just got this.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. I'll see if I can play it on the
Wait, there's
screen so people can see what I'm talking about.
No offense if this was you and you were just you meant well, but it just is scary to get in the mail. It's
If it-
just kind of scary to kind of like, why would someone send us this and what does it mean?
If it was you, can you guys can you translate?
Put us on our mail list.
All right, hold on. Let me do this.
What is sumus? This
Alright.
looks like a spell.
Hold on. Let me put this here. Put
Hey, can we
this
slow
here.
the chat down? No, we can't slow the chat down.
Watch it be like a 4-year-old or something.
All right, let me switch to.
A 4-year-old that knows Morse code would be really impressive.
Was it Morse code?
There was some of it was
All right.
written in Morse code.
All right,
It's wild.
tell me if you can see my screen. Oh wait, hold on. Can you see my screen?
got a black screen.
Hold on.
Someone says they'll move up a tier on Patreon if you fire
There it
Andy
is.
right now.
There it is.
Okay, so I wonder if you can do the
Worth it.
Did you leave the stove on?
what?
Did you leave this? Somebody said ask if she turned off the stove you left on. Did you leave the stove on?
No.
I thought you were like legitimately asking, like, hey, like from like this morning. I'm like, hey, did you turn the stove on?
Yeah, so guys, this is what we got in the mail.
It's so scary.
It's very interesting. I uploaded everything to ChatGPT, and they're like, "Oh, this is interesting." Like they could be playing what they call it, like a
prank?
like a fantasy game or something.
Role playing game or something.
Yeah, and they're like, you should play along. I'm like, I don't think so.
What's the horror franchise that's based on that idea?
Oh, I forget.
Having to play a game and
Oh, Saw.
Jumanji.
Anyways,
Yeah, Jumanji is a horror movie.
that's
For real.
it. Okay.
yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. So
What if Alex Jones sent it? Yeah, I'd play.
Oh my gosh.
encrypted message. Who's going to get attacked next?
The thing is, if like I looked at it and like just like sort of like A Beautiful Mind, I just start decoding it right then.
It was like when we did the
It's coordinates.
when we did the IQ test. You solved that crap fast, dude.
Yeah, I said 5 seconds, but then I watched it later and it was like 30 seconds, I think. So
oh yeah.
no,
It was pretty good though.
I was proud of
Listening
myself. I was
back to it, I'm
surprised
like,
by
this
it.
is amazing. All right, so
Cool shorts.
oh yeah, we got
Oh, these shorts?
You guys are always so desperate to match each other.
I know. Look at him.
I wore these first.
Ooh, cool. Ooh, cool.
Hey, next Friday, next week, y'all.
Hey,
Ninja shorts on SundayCoolSwag.com. A lot of people have been asking for them.
hey, we just hit 1,000 in the chat.
oh
100,000.
Welcome.
10 million.
I can't do two things at once. I'm reading all the comments.
who's
I'm
got-
doing 3 things at once.
Who's got the chicken legs? Someone said chicken legs.
That has to be you.
What are you talking about?
Do it again.
I got tree trunks down there, babe.
Dude,
Josh is like very frog-like.
Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
Frog-like?
What?
Oh, I just broke my hand.
Dude, let's see the quads. Flex the quads. I hope someone's tuning into the chat right now just to see two dudes flexing. Yeah, everyone's saying
Someone said Josh's toes heart eye emoji. No, if you get a close look at these toes, you'll want to die. So I was gone for a week.
You were. Tell us what you did.
I went to Wyoming to a place called Refuge.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Where in
Um,
Wyoming?
It was in a place called Hyattville. Population 79 people.
Sick.
We did some fly fishing, some horseback riding. There was no cell phone coverage or Wi-Fi, so that was very difficult first day.
When's the last time you were that off the grid in your adult life?
Oh man, I
Like
mean,
no
never.
cell phone, no internet, no nothing.
yeah, probably never.
Probably
Crazy, right? I was thinking about that
Yeah.
last week. I was talking with Taylor. I was like, that's kind of like crazy
Yeah.
Yeah,
how hard that is to do.
yeah.
I think maybe when you went camping with your friends.
Ish. I mean, we still had a little bit of cell phone coverage, but it was yeah, this was like off.
Big time, yeah.
I said I was like Ricky Bobby, where he doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sitting
because
around.
I mean, it's pointless. So hold on to it. I just left it in my room.
Mhm.
And it was just like, I don't know what to do to myself.
Yeah.
So it took like a full 24 hours just to like unwire my brain.
Yeah.
But it was really rewarding.
He came back very joyful. Yeah, you said that, you know, what's interesting is like how he transformed. Apparently he started seeking out people to have conversations with. Like, who are you?
that's interesting.
So that's
know.
all you need.
Yeah.
Just put that phone down.
You're
That's all it
just
is.
you're so bored in a sense. That you're just like,
Yeah.
I don't just want to sit here, so I'm just gonna go talk to somebody.
Ain't that crazy? The
Yeah.
fact that you like, that's literal proof that our phones are just poisoning us to disconnect from people.
No,
Yeah.
dude, tell me
Dude, my
about it.
screen time is horrible. I left my phone in the bedroom and I was like, I'm just not going to go get it. And about 30 minutes into like page watching YouTube, I like got up and like completely reorganized a room. I was like, how many chores have I not done in the past 2 years just because I've like doom scrolling like 30-minute intervals?
Yeah.
dude.
Probably need to get off it.
I think it's a silence for me because I have no problem putting down my phone to like talk with people and have fun, like because I love that. But
Yeah.
it's like anytime I'm at home, I have to have something playing.
Yeah.
I can't just like. And the times that I like, get super convicted, I'll just like shut up and just be quiet, and I feel like I'll do it just out of guilt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
I did read a lot.
What'd you read?
That book, the Orthodoxy and the Future of Future of Religion or something. I
Cool.
forget what it's called. But I finished the UFO chapter. And I want to like write notes down and talk about it on the next pod or 2 pods from now. But it was wild.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, okay, he wrote this in the 70s. Orthodox monk. And he was listing out information that it took me, I guess, 3 years to understand or hear these stories. He talked about Betty and Barney Hill,
Really?
like all this different stuff. And he wrote it in the 70s. And he lived in a hut in the forest as a monk.
So how did he?
I just did his own research. He just went to the
Wow.
library, I guess. And
That's so cool.
yeah, it was wild.
So the whole book is written by him?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. And it was good. I did find 5G though. I had to climb a mountain.
Yeah. Was that your main purpose to climb the mountain? Just to
the-
get some signal?
The second time was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to know, and I'm not knocking you. Not no insult intended, but when you say mountain,
Oh, it was a mountain.
it was a mountain.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Yeah, I was out of work. I wasn't in work yesterday, so I'm sure you brought photos back and stuff that I just have been in the dark.
It looks so cool. I was really
know,
jealous. That photo of you
I
on the
know.
horse is pretty sick.
Dude, it's so sick. That horse apparently was mean and like really fat, and so Josh was like doing the splits on this
Yeah.
horse, and the horse kept biting Steve's horse's butt. He said, like goading him.
That's did you I would have laughed if they showed up with like the weather balloon thing that from Nathan Fielder. Do you remember that? When they had people who like he had over like it was a horseback riding company, but larger people can't ride on the horses because it's too heavy. So he had a vest and then a whole weather balloon that's like slightly lifting them up, and so everyone's on their regular horse, and then you just have the one guy in the middle who just has this ginormous balloon.
Oh my god!
It's like we're making dreams come true.
Dude, that's a substantial climb.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was like
it took you an hour to get up there, didn't it?
like 45 minutes or so.
Did it have like a trail with some solid switchback, or were you like just
Dude, it was
out?
off trail.
Dude, that's sick.
It started off as a trail and just stopped,
yeah.
which was funny because there was behind Refuge, they called it the cross on the hill. And so there was a mountaintop with a cross on top, so people would like go up, and apparently there's a nice path.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is this? And like, it's just behind Refuge. So I just started following what I thought was a path.
It's like a deer
And
trail.
I'm like 30 minutes and I'm like, where the heck is this cross?
Yeah.
And I got a video of it, but I look across the valley and the
Yeah.
cross is on another mountain. I'm like, oh, okay. So I just kept going up.
My
And
mountain.
yeah, it was sick.
That's so fun. I'm jealous.
Yeah, for sure.
Me too.
That's so cool.
I saw the one photo of the fish you caught. Did you catch a few?
No, I just got the one
Really?
because the so we went, there's 2 kids from Refuge that were teaching us fly fishing and stuff.
Okay.
And the one kid parked where I guess you're not supposed to park, but he brought another dude like way up the river, and the Fish and Wildlife game came, and they were just cussing me out. They're like, you gotta move this truck, you can't park here. I said, I don't have the keys.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not even from here.
Yeah.
And so I just had to wait by the truck for the rest of the day, basically, because he was threatening to tow it. And so I'm like, I'll just wait here and tell him when he gets back.
Dude.
So 1 fish.
Hey, that's all that counts. And you lipped it.
Oh yeah.
How
Oh
dare
yeah.
you?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I know. I
did
know.
you see that?
Yeah. I
Okay.
know.
So apparently, when you're trout fishing,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to lip a fish, meaning like you can't hold it from the mouth. And like someone commented that like, this is diabolical. They lip the fish. I'm like, what are you talking about? And one guy's like, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I looked it up, and apparently it's like bad.
You're like, yeah, you're supposed to be like, they're careful with their nets. It's like very gentle. How
I'm
they
just
do
like,
it. That's why a lot of the hooks don't even have barbs.
yeah.
The goal is to get them on and off.
So basically, they're weak fish, and they don't deserve to live if you can't lip them.
Absolutely. That's what I've always said.
Relax.
Was it a little anticlimactic to catch just like
No, it was
Dude, catching trout in a stream like
because
that.
that's the first time I've ever fly fished. So catching anything on
okay.
a fly rod was
Exciting.
the coolest. Yeah.
Somebody asked if your trip helped with your anxiety.
It did a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say during it took me a minute to clear my head, but
He had forgotten about the anxiety until you just mentioned it. So thanks for that.
It was a journey. It was important. An important step in your journey.
yeah. Speaking of
Without you.
journey,
Watch your mouth.
Just saying, it was with.
Oh my gosh. Get him.
Just poking fun. I missed my friends all week. Last week.
Oh,
I did. I was crying.
Aw.
I missed you.
no.
I missed you.
Oh, I did see some petroglyphs though.
What is
Oh,
that?
for real?
Yeah, they're like 2,500-year-old
Oh, wow. Yeah.
like cave drawings.
Sick. Did you take pictures?
I did, yeah.
Sick. Yeah, I'll have to look at them. That'd be
Um,
fun.
He also found graffiti from 1911.
Yeah.
Whoa. Those kids, dude.
Those
Freaking
whippersnappers.
kids, dude.
Um
Those depression-based kids.
yeah, speaking of depression case kids, today, July 1st, Florida passed 100 new state laws
100
Regarding?
What?
all
Did
across
we-
the board.
Did we vote on them?
I don't think so.
Was
I
this
don't
the
know.
social media one? One of them?
I don't know. I got 4 of them though.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Some of them are good, some of them are whatever. So swatting, everyone knows what swatting is?
Yes.
No.
So you want to explain swatting?
Swatting is like, so say like we're live streaming right now and somebody would call Lake County Department or, whatever police department. And they would say, hey, I'm at this company and there's a live shooter and this is, it's these people. And so they send literally their SWAT, like it would be everything, right? Like it'd be like an active shooter case. And then we're just in here chilling and they come in here with guns.
So
And-
people falsifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Why is that not already illegal? That's like pulling a fire alarm.
Well, it's a
But
felony
worse.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
That's
it's
insane.
just a new thing that's really happening a lot with like streamers and stuff and like certain like people like in that are in certain spotlights or whatever. So
Oh, so it's to disrupt people having a conversation that maybe they don't like or something.
sort of, or just taking it out on a personality that they don't like.
Oh my gosh,
It's crazy. A lot like
you
there's
should be
Yeah.
it's
in trouble for that.
it sounds scary, but then like when you watch, there's people like you can see on TikTok or YouTube where people have screen recordings of the actual live event.
Uh-huh.
It's the most terrifying thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
you have 4 or 5 guys in full armor with their rifles pointed at you.
I know.
And it's like one wrong move. We have
I was
fake
about to
prop
say.
guns in here. It's like, who knows, man? It's
Yeah.
like we
Wow.
could think it's a bit or something.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. So that's a felony.
Second degree felony. Sorry. Okay, this one's cool. State Parks Preservation Act.
Nice.
No hotels, golf courses. They're banned from Florida parks to preserve nature.
Yes.
Well, that's cool that happened.
Yeah. Florida is now the second state in the United States to ban fluoride from drinking water.
Wow. Good deal.
Yeah.
Although we need to use like mouthwash or something, you guys, because it does prevent cavities. Just don't drink it in large
And-
amounts.
It lowers your IQ. So
Fluoride? Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes you like silly. But we do need it. But we don't need to be drinking it every single glass of water we drink.
right.
True.
Okay. And this new one is the Florida super speeder ticket.
Oh no.
So,
oh,
like,
Jesus.
What's
like
the limit?
Georgia.
30 over?
They say if you're caught going 100 miles an hour at all,
Yeah.
anywhere, your first offense is 30 days in jail
Oh my gosh.
and a $500 fine.
That's crazy.
Second
Those-
offense.
Hold on. Those don't seem like.
Congruent.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what it says. First offense, 30 days in jail. Second offense is 60 days in jail.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just not a guy that likes to go fast. So maybe I'm wrong. Is there any point in the life of a automobile driver that you have to go 100?
Yeah,
Yeah.
emergencies.
I've done it.
Emergencies. That's it. Surely that wouldn't count towards.
Or if you're racing.
that's okay. Never mind. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah.
But if you're in an emergency and the cop pulls you over, they're gonna see that, especially if it's a medical emergency. There's gonna be people don't do that. Like people don't give tickets to people who are rushing a pregnant woman to the hospital.
Typically, what
So-
you do though
should
is you
call.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
They'll escort you.
yeah,
I gotta go fast.
dude. I
Catch
did.
me if you can.
Speaking of Ricky Bobby, remember that's how he was born.
Oh yeah.
Going real fast, slamming on the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. That's all I got from the new Florida state laws. Did you hear about the kid that fell over on the Disney cruise?
Bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
First of all, what I heard is the dad had the kid up
Okay.
on the guardrail and then
that
like
makes
stepped
sense.
away or something. And then it's like, well, then, yeah, you better jump in.
Because that's what I was, the last article I saw.
I'll have to dive into it more, but I saw several people talking about it.
Okay.
So it's like, that's a possibility. But how old was she? 8 years old or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Falls off a Disney cruise.
The 4th floor. So,
bro,
you're over 40 feet.
40.
Yeah, that's high.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was 8. I had toddler in my head. Maybe it's because I put myself in that
that's
situation.
it. Let me just look it up just so I want to speak.
Yeah.
And he jumps in
correctly.
and they're both okay.
Yeah, but they treaded water for 20 minutes, then waited for the cruise ship to turn around. They said,
Hold on, the cruise ship turned around? It's like drop a.
well, they did, but they had to turn around as well.
Nobody threw in a life vest or anything like that. Like, say, go get this.
They did, but he was already booking swimming towards his daughter to even pay attention to that.
And how fast are those things moving? Like, I know it probably looks slow because it's big, but it's got to be cooking. Yeah.
I'm freaking out thinking about it.
They said
know,
it
me
was,
too.
the people said it was terrifying to see how quickly she just became a dot in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because you don't realize how fast you're going, like, and how far it's pushing you, all that current.
They
Dude,
say
I'll
that
look that up.
someone said that a bunch of like rescue divers were talking about it, and they said it's truly miraculous that he was able to get to her.
Yeah.
Because in a typical situation, like someone would hesitate, and then all of a sudden you're like
You're
that
a
much
million.
further.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that you're okay. So I think about this time. This is not even remotely similar. This is actually so dumb. I'm talking about this.
I didn't get that. Could you try
Whoops.
again?
What in the world?
Oh, Siri.
Siri?
One time I was maybe 13. I had got my first phone.
Uh-huh.
My parents made me wait till I was like getting ready to go to high school.
Good.
And it was a Propel
Okay.
slide up with
Yeah.
a keyboard.
Sick.
I dropped it in a pool. Didn't even think about it. All of a sudden I'm in the pool to get it. I think that's what happens when your kid falls off a cruise ship. You don't even think about it. You black out. You're in the ocean.
Yeah, you would have to.
Right?
I mean, especially if you, if you didn't. Golly, dude. Golly, goodness gracious, that happened during daytime.
Oh,
dude.
dude.
Nighttime, there's no way.
Oh my gosh.
This
That's
is what I
Dude,
really
I
don't
know,
want to go on a
it's-
cruise.
it's- I
anytime
know, it's
soon.
kind of scary, dude.
I just-
25 miles an hour is like the average speed. But you think about how like a car going through a neighborhood, how quickly, especially if you're going like counter current, if the
Yeah.
current's going one way,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
20,
and
25 miles
from
an
the
hour.
ship too, pushing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like
how
any water.
far you drive in 10 seconds.
How likely would it be that you get sucked into the turbine?
Very likely.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it's an absolute miracle. In 2019, they had 25 people fall overboard. Only 9 of them were found. That happens a lot more often than I think.
I was literally, you guys, thanks for this conversation. I was going to try to convince Josh to go on a Norwegian cruise, but I guess it's not happening.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's a dream of mine to go on a cruise. Kelsey's always wanted to do it, so we gotta hop on it.
Go watch the Poop Cruise documentary. We
I
just watched
did.
it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, dude. That's
Yeah.
It's gross.
insane. I mean, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember all my points that I was like, oh, we have to talk about this now. Just, I guess, I can't believe they're using the ship still.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's
for
like they
real.
couldn't have just decommissioned one ship out of all of them. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's insane. The fact that they're able to come back PR wise from that.
I know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, that was.
I mean, Carnival cruises are kind of known for being like the trash.
They
Yeah.
say the Walmart of the seas is what they call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like you basically get on it just to party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, I can't imagine. I could not just picture myself being there and just knowing the dread. Like, that's crazy. I remember hearing about it for the very first time in 2013. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Someone said, what if he did it for the purpose of attention?
What?
The guy that jumped off the cruise.
Oh my gosh.
Tourists get off.
Guys,
Guys, I'm a hero. I'm a hero, everyone.
Guys, film this. That would be nuts.
Yeah.
Dude.
Did you guys hear about that Idaho shooter?
Oh no.
I had a hoe shooter.
Is that
This
the,
was
the church?
No. This was a guy purposely lit the forest on fire in Idaho.
Oh, yes.
And the firemen came out there to put it out, and he was sniping them. And they couldn't figure out where it was for hours.
Were they dying?
Yeah.
Two
Oh
firefighters
my gosh.
died. Yeah.
What's up with that?
just a crazy kid, and they got him.
They got him.
Yeah.
That's so
Jeez
sad.
Louise, man. That's incredibly insane.
This is not. I mean, it's bad. I'm laughing
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
What's the The Office? The fire shooting at us.
Stop it right
Dude.
now.
That's
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very sad.
That's crazy. I mean, like, imagine just like the. I mean, I don't know, just being in a situation like that. You think you're coming there to put out a fire, but
I
then you're
know.
being shot at. Like that's
so
you don't understand what's
demented,
going.
dude.
Yeah, it's dude, it's crazy.
The darkest part is that they were talking about all the first responders who showed up and I guess had eyes on coworkers
Mhm.
and they can't go in.
Yeah.
Because every time they go to try to retrieve bodies, they're just looking at their friends. Because you don't know for sure like the level of injury until you go up and so in their minds they're on the hill waiting to make that approach and like we can't get to them.
Was it he was just like snapped, or was there some political thing he was?
I mean, we don't
know yet.
We don't necessarily know. We just
Oh.
it was a young kid though.
Jeez.
Like it looked like not even 20.
Oh my gosh.
How does that
Yeah.
stuff go through your brain, man? Like that's just
I
like
don't
how is
know.
that an idea? Just like I'm gonna do that.
GTA, man.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
don't
do you think it's
dare.
a video
Don't you
game?
dare. No, it's not the
No.
video game.
I think it is, you guys.
Stop it.
I
There's
remember-
no correlation.
I-
Every science study.
I
Listen,
knew that would get Andy going.
you're right. Every study that they've done, they're like, consuming violent things doesn't make you violent, but it does normalize it. It does desensitize you to it, don't you think?
I think it's parents allowing their kids to do whatever they want without any discipline whatsoever and
Right.
throwing them in a room and letting that parent them. Yeah, if that's the only thing they're seeing and that in TV and movies and all the stuff they scroll on and you're not being an actual parent, yeah, that's going to have damage. But it's not
Yeah.
that's the content fault. It's crazy. I mean, it's
Are they really putting pride parades in GTA? I saw a post that
I
said
have
that.
no idea. It's never coming out, so that's the thing. It's
You
like
don't
World
think
War
so?
III is going to happen
Yeah.
before that ever shows up.
Okay, so I was gone for a week there. I got no news.
Yes, because the night before, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I texted you, I was like, because it was Iran versus Iraq, just going at it, dropping missiles.
Iran versus Israel.
Israel, that's what
Yeah.
I meant. So, yeah, and then they're just going crazy, and we've been talking about that like nuts on the pod. And then suddenly, the U.S. does 3 bombing strikes, like super secretive, and I'm like, dude, U.S. just hit that, and this is like 10
Oh,
hours
yeah.
before you leave, and you're like, yeah, I saw that. I'm like, this is a crazy way just to leave. And then the next day, Trump pulls off the absolute miracle of, figuring out a ceasefire.
No way.
Yes, on Monday. And it's like, this is insane. So they
Wait, I don't
all
know anything
agree.
about this.
That's let me tell you. Golly.
Why don't you just zip it?
I did- wait,
All
so I'm
right.
gonna Google.
He doesn't know either. And then no joke.
I think you're making it up.
Would you stop it? I'm talking about it. You can look it up later.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there was a ceasefire that happened, and it literally was insane because no joke was like, people are like commenting like, I don't even like Trump, but this is good on him. And then 11 hours later, Israel breaks the ceasefire.
Oh yes, I did hear that.
So like it was just one of those things. I'm like, Josh, we just like ended the war and we restarted the war while Josh was gone. This is perfect.
That's when Trump came out and he swore on television.
Yeah, he said.
Oh, he swore?
He said
You'd miss this.
Oh my gosh.
Trump comes
I
out
forgot.
the morning of the ceasefire ending. Israel hits at night, and it's the morning for us. And Trump walks out before he walks into the helicopter, and he says, "They don't know what the f they're doing."
Yeah,
on live
I
TV.
On live TV.
Josh, this just is showing me. You know something? Maybe I feel like I carry you everywhere with me because I thought we had alalready talked about this. Maybe I
No.
had an internal dialogue of your reaction to it.
Yeah,
That
just
is-
talking in the house by yourself. Funny, right?
That was crazy.
The F word. Can you believe it?
That's insane.
It's crazy. Also, there was a NATO meeting.
Okay.
Zelensky was there, and they passed a lot of stuff that I just don't understand.
Okay.
But one thing that did happen last week, this is probably the highlight. 4 tech CEOs from Meta. What's the other one? The OpenAI, and then the Tinlar or
Palantir.
Palantir. 4 people from those 3 companies were awarded. I mean, basically enlisted inside as lieutenant colonels in the U.S. Army.
What?
I didn't know that.
Yep, they absolutely did, and it's the craziest
What?
thing. I
Since
know.
when is that something you don't earn?
That's the thing. A lot of people are thinking this is incredibly offensive
Yeah.
to everyone because they're not going
Lieutenant
to
Colonel?
lieutenant colonel,
That's
which isn't the highest, but it's
No,
certainly
but
far, but
still-
it's certainly far from the lowest, which is crazy.
Dude, every stripe is earned, every badge is earned. You can't just hand that to someone because he's a tech whiz.
I mean, if they're handing them now,
I mean, I'll take one, I
I mean,
guess.
I'll be a lieutenant colonel. I don't know.
But their strategy is to make the force leaner, smarter, and more lethal. And they are going to be acting as lieutenant colonels, serving at least 2 weeks a year. And they don't have to go through any training whatsoever.
No.
They do 2 weeks of testing, but it's nothing like what they would do. And they're going to Fort Benning
You
and
know what they're
everything.
doing?
What?
They're setting it up for AI.
Yeah.
The AI is going to be the new troops.
Serving at least 2 weeks a year, advising on AI,
Yeah.
VR, and cyber, and they're cutting edge technology, edge tech projects, no full-time enlistment or standard boot camp required.
Okay, I'm going in. There is no way that this is a good thing because it's not just about the intellect or the skill earned. There's a process by which you you learn how to handle stressful situations. These dudes haven't been tested. They haven't been through like literally like the camp you go through in the pipeline to be like a combat controller or some other spec op. Like like I have friends who all drowned during that and then were brought back by their team. And like that's where brotherhood comes from. And that's where like learning how to like trust yourself in these hectic situations. We're giving a bunch of nerds the keys to the castle and telling them defend us.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because obviously what we've done in the past is we use these companies as contractors.
Right.
But I think of giving them the title, they now bypass this paperwork or this whatever you call
clearance.
it. Yeah,
they
it's
have
clearance.
They automatically have clearance.
Clearance to make decisions within the U.S. military.
They're in charge of troops. Lieutenant colonels are in charge of troops. It's
This
one
is a
of part of
bad
their job.
idea.
And my brother, who is actually at the same base as those B-2 bombers, that ones that drop the.
No way.
Yeah, he's
Sick.
That's classified.
Oh, jeez. No, there was a video I saw. No joke. A guy on old man on a tractor filming the B-2 bomber coming back to land in
That's
Missouri,
sick.
and then a bald eagle just flies by, and I'm like, dude, tractors, bombers, bald eagles. Let's go. But
Someone just gave us $50 to talk about flat Earth.
Whoa.
what are we talking about? Why are we sending money? Thanks for
Whoa.
That's
lunch.
very nice, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Very generous.
$50. Do we have to talk about
Isn't
flat Earth? Hold on. Hold on.
How do we refund
They
this?
can be mine.
So the firmament.
Flat Earth has been mentioned on episodes. You guys should have Eric Dubé as a guest. He also has other conspiracies he could discuss as well. I'm sure it would be a good show.
Is that the guy where they did the experiment where they're like, if we set up these two cameras or these two lights,
I don't know if that was the
will
same guy.
the curvature of the Earth, and it's like the experiment totally failed. And
Yeah,
they're like,
immediately.
we'll try again.
We just had Sam Tripoli on, which that episode drops this Friday, y'all. 4th of July episode. Sam Tripoli.
Or it's
Uncle
all-
Sam comes back.
Uncle Sam. It was a very fun episode. Sam had a lot to say. I mean, literally, it was like, 100 conspiracies within an hour and a half.
I mean, that was about as many as we do in a year, and he did it within like 5 minutes.
yeah, he just went from like World War II, the Rothschilds, and then Bill Clinton to JFK. It
Yeah,
was just like,
that's,
dum,
dude,
dum,
that
dum,
was
dum.
the craziest connection.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm genuinely a little scared that that's going to get flagged on the tube. So it's live on Patreon now if anyone wants to go watch that.
Yeah.
So,
But Sam basically, he said he didn't believe in flat Earth. Maybe he just said that just to whatever. But he definitely believes in the firmament, how it talks about in scripture,
Yeah.
you know?
What is a firmament? Isn't it just like atmosphere or something?
Some people say that's what it is, but others, like flat earthers, believe it's like literally
A dome?
a dome with water above it.
How cool would that be?
I mean, that would be sick.
I would love that. That's
And
almost
that's why-
cooler
You're
than
not
space.
claustrophobic at all about it?
No, I mean, we've been here the whole time.
I'm a good
so.
swimmer.
I start freaking out.
But yeah, that was a dope episode. But yeah,
It's
we'll,
so
we'll
good.
look
It's
into
all
that
over the
guy,
place.
Jeff.
Yeah, I just looked. He's got
me see what it
about
looks
a
like.
250,000 subs.
Oh, he was on Rogan.
I don't think he was. I
Oh.
think he was just commenting. That guy, the white guy on the left.
Yeah,
But
I don't know who that
you know,
is.
what we should do for this guest chair is we should get the Rogan red.
Oh, the background. So all the clips look like they're on Rogan.
Just everything else is the same except for that one corner.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty genius. Yeah, we
Sure.
talked about bringing Anthony Russo on.
Yeah. I'm pretending he's Joe Rogan.
but calling him Ro Jogan.
We announce him as Joe Rogan. Everyone gets on their feet, starts clapping. It's just Anthony in a buff shirt, but he stands and talks exactly the opposite of Joe Rogan.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yo, we would love to get AJ on
For
from the
sure.
Wi-Files, but he's in Vegas and he's.
Dude, what if AJ
Dude, I was just gonna say, if we're going to Vegas, it's for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to
reunite?
Yeah.
Reunite.
You just get a
Father
text
and
from an
son.
unknown number, and it's him and another guy named Danoon.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
But they did invite us to the Wi-Fi studio when we do go to Vegas.
You
so-
gotta go.
The only thing is, I'm just not interested in going to Vegas. Convince me.
Have you ever
otherwise.
been?
What are you so defensive?
No, I'm just saying. Have you ever been?
He's asking a question.
I've
No,
also
I've
lived
never
there.
been. Barf.
It was great. I mean, like to visit, it's awesome. Like just go there once. I mean, they have great, amazing shows. It's awesome. They put a lot of money into that.
It feels like sin.
Yeah, I mean it's
Sin City.
Sin City.
That's what they call it. Listen,
I get the ick.
it's all around. Okay. No, not one. No, not one. Did you hear about? This is a crazy one too. Did you hear about the Nebraska city, the town with the dreams?
With the dreams?
Dude, I'm telling you, we are in I looked it up. It's insane. Over 200 people in the town of Nebraska 2 weeks ago, all are reporting to have the same dream
Oh my gosh.
of a city underneath one of the local hills, and a faceless creature that they all said they saw was pointing at this entrance. And they just woke up and it had just happened.
200 people?
200 people in a small town in Nebraska.
Oh.
Okay, wasn't it also 200 men in Iran had a dream about Jesus? Specifically 200.
I'm not sure if it was 200, but that would be interesting. Well, that's weird. What if that is like because a lot of people have encounters like that.
Yeah.
But it's this telepathic communication of like showing them.
And we've
certain
also already
things.
talked about like them communicating in dreams. Like they've already done that. What if they're playing radio waves that are putting out the same dreams to push a narrative?
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. They've been messing with that stuff with like Stargate.
That story wasn't real. I just made it up though. So,
You
but it's a
freaking
fun.
booger.
But it's a fun idea though.
You're
That's what I
such a booger.
You're an idiot. You can't do
that.
that.
That was a good one though, right? That, was like
really
too
creative.
specific.
That was really creative. You know something? You would be really good at the game Boulder Dash. We should play
You've
that.
told me that. I don't. Like, that's I can't remember. I don't think I've ever played it.
It's really
I just
cool.
thought that was I felt like that you would fall for that one.
Cork County, Ireland. Did you know that Josh and I both have
Stupid.
But then the
ancestors
dream thing that
from
I came
Cork
up
County?
with, the technology thing, I was like, that actually makes sense.
So stupid. You're so stupid. Did you come up with that right now or
Yeah.
so
I
dumb?
was trying. I didn't feel like I had enough news stories for you last week.
But you said it because you're like you really want to like impress me, but then like you're like I can't go on with this, so you got embarrassing you. I'm just kidding.
I wish I would have just never mentioned it. Just make fake news articles and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Dude,
Yep.
did you watch the Cash Patel Joe Rogan?
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
I know that
You
you,
both-
and
you
I
both-
we have different ideas about how it went down. 'Cause
Okay.
Josh was telling me this.
Yeah.
But did you catch a part where he was like, you know, the most annoying thing to me is these podcasts that are going on and they're just spreading these false things. I get emails all the time that says, why aren't you guys looking into this? And it's all just to sell t-shirts. And I went, t-shirts?
I didn't even see that
What?
I'm
part.
like, t-shirts. Well, I thought he was just, I'm sure he was just talking about like merch, right?
That's so funny.
But I'm
though.
like,
but like
we
we're
literally sell
That's pretty
custom
pointed.
t-shirts.
That's pretty
I'm like,
pointed.
is he just getting emails from our fans
Dude,
like ninjas or
we
butterflies?
should clip that and use
FBI.
that as an ad. We gotta do that.
Yeah, we just do that, and then it's like Sunday cool.
We do this podcast so we can sell t-shirts.
That would be really funny.
Did you see him on Sean Ryan?
I saw that he was on. I didn't watch it though.
Bro, this guy has to stop doing interviews. Why is the FBI director just being a bro, being on one of the dude podcasts? Like,
he's a bro.
because it's insane.
I'm about it.
He's over. No, dude, it's crazy. First of all, you just see right through it. I feel like for me, I feel like he's just a patsy. This guy does not feel in charge of anything.
Oh, I disagree.
The way he stammers, the way he doesn't like, he flip flops back and forth, the way he was like just bowing down to Joe Rogan. It was insane to me.
Yeah.
And but he's on there on Sean Ryan just talking about how like how powerful is, how at risk is our grid, like the US.
Yeah.
He says not good. Not good. It's like, what are you doing? You're
Just
like, you're that
inciting
man.
fear.
Exactly.
You
That's
know-
my thing. It's like, we don't know anything, but we're talking about
They've
it.
been
Yeah.
talking
It's
about
a big difference.
they've been talking about the grid going down for like well over a year now.
Mhm.
It's just they're just preparing us because
Yeah.
it is going to go
It's
down.
we told you guys this was going to happen. They've been saying on the news, like, do you know the internet is just a bunch of cords under the water? Anyone could just attack and just cut.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
they-
never thought about it. I was never scared about it until you mentioned it, I guess.
So
How long do you think cash is worth something like actual dollars and cents? If we lose internet, you can't use your cards, you can't do anything like that.
I was
I thought
still
you were talking about
stuck on
Cash Patel.
Yeah, I was too.
I-
That's a distinction.
Hopefully
I
it's
should have
worth the
made.
same amount, but I don't know.
Do you remember when the pandemic happened and our friend
I have no
pulled
idea.
all of his money out of the bank account in dollar bills?
Yeah.
Which, like, you couldn't even go places to shop with it. So it's like,
Yeah.
you just took all your
I
money
mean,
out of your
yeah,
bank
cash
account.
goes instantly out the window, right?
Not instantly. It would be.
I mean, if
think,
the grid went out, then your
well, because they
digital
would
dollars.
they would basically, if everything went down, cash would be good for probably like a week, couple weeks, because people are expecting
It to
for
come
it to
back.
come back.
Yeah.
And so it would be good for like a couple weeks, I think,
I'd never
maybe in a
expect it to
month or
come back.
so, and then nothing. Then it's just worthless. I had a dream in high school that cash was worthless, and people were burning it to stay warm.
I mean, that we're not far off, I don't think.
You know something really creepy?
Huh.
I guess creepy. I don't know. It was so when I was in high school, this has happened twice, now 3 times in my life in the past 20 years, that I literally hear an audible voice, but it's like it almost sounds like it's the only way I could describe is it's what maybe telepathy is like
Yeah.
to where it's like a literal like
Mhm.
but it's like my voice, but it's not.
Yeah.
And it was 2 days ago, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Josh is slowly losing
And
his mind.
no, but I was peeing like
Yeah.
always, and I was walking back from the bathroom, and I was like 5% asleep or awake. I was just like I'm just like, don't wake up too much. But then I just heard Revelation 6:9. I'm like, what the heck? And so I like immediately went and looked, and this is what it says. All right, ready? It's wild. It's literally starting a new section. Revelation 6:9. When he opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who had been slain for the word of God and for the witnesses they had borne.
So talking about the martyrs and the people that they spread the gospel to.
Yeah. And then it goes on. It says, they cried out with a loud voice, O sovereign Lord, holy and true, how long before you will judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth? Then they were each given a white robe and told to rest a little longer until the number of their fellow servants and their brothers should be complete, who were to be killed as they themselves had been. And that's just what popped in my head.
So that's saying more persecution's coming
Yeah.
until it equals a certain amount.
Yeah. So do with that what you will.
Hey, we're going through persecution. Have you read the comments lately? Come on. We can. That's
know.
the worst.
persecuted.
They're critiquing.
No, we're not.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
Isn't that crazy? I mean,
That-
it was like
You
it,
audibly heard it in your head, like just like not your inner monologue, not
it's
just
like if someone were to put a microphone or a
Yeah.
speaker in my ear, all I heard was Revelation 6:9. I'm just like, what?
Have you ever heard that before? And that voice, that type of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Like
with-
2 more times when I was in high school.
Okay,
Yeah. So-
interesting. That's scary. I wonder how what
What?
that means.
I'm reading the comments. Dahi's in the chat.
Dahi?
Dahi Farrell
Oh.
sent €2.
Oh,
He wants to hear about
Four
our
shillings.
family in the homeland. We don't have any family in the homeland now,
nope. They're all
but your grandmother is from Belfast,
Belfast.
Classic. Classic.
and we have a nephew named Dahi.
We do. But yeah, did you guys hear about RFK's interview on Tucker?
Mm-mm.
He said that the CDC covered up an internal study which found a 1,135% increase in autism risk from the hepatitis B vaccine.
Wow, which they give right after they come out.
We talked
What
about
are we
with-
doing?
We talked about it
That's
with
what-
Sam Tripoli too. Remember, Sam's like,
Yep.
"Don't give your kid hepatitis B, Hep B," which we gave our kids
We
that,
didn't.
right? Oh, we did not.
No, we just did the
Sick.
eye stuff.
Nice. Good job, us.
Because the eye stuff really does prevent blindness, guys. Like, listen, this whole there's a middle way with all this crunchy, non-crunchy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's with everything.
Because it really
You can't just go one way or the other on anything.
the vitamin K on the eyeballs really does prevent blindness. There's a lot of babies that were going blind.
Yeah, but he's saying that the study done by the CDC, I don't know if it was the Hep B vaccine, but they would just choose like one random vaccine and they would take one ingredient from that vaccine and test to see if that could be a possible cause of autism. And it came back negative, but did not further review the ample amount of vaccines and the ingredients within those vaccines. And so it was like this whole not testing it enough, which is very concerning.
Scary.
Well, that was the whole that was the whole thing, during 2020. It was just like, we're 3 years away from having this vaccine. Oh, we're 11 months away. Never mind, we're like 6 months away. And then it's like, wait, what about testing though? Like, what about like this can't be good? Because if like you professionals were saying it would take this long 6 months ago, you're saying it's going to take this many years, and then automatically we just have it. I'm like, that seems scary.
He also talked about the it was either him or Tucker that said that, which do your own research. I'm not just taking in what they say or whatever, but
we are doctors though.
We are doctors. We are medically profession. You can take any advice from us.
This is going to be played in court one day.
Just
so
kidding.
did you ever claim to be a doctor? No, of course not. Roll the clips, your
Why
honor.
would we ever say that?
But they're saying of like how the crazy percentage of the Rona vaccine just completely like the health problems associated with that. And like, just because it was untested, it was like, just get it to market. And
yeah.
But yeah, so if you got the Rona vaccine, you're kind of, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Andrew got it.
We're just blocking everybody.
No, but it was a scary time. I mean,
No, it was a scary time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The
for
thing
sure.
that's so terrible is they take bits of truth. Like I lost my grandpa. And so when you mix that with everything that they're saying, like I have chronic asthma, I've been hospitalized 7 times. And so there's this narrative and there's people around you saying it too and having adverse effects to something. And so it was just a misinformation.
I mean, they were
cluster bomb.
literally saying you will die if you don't get the vaccine.
Well, and
then
you'll
there
kill
were-
everybody around you. Like the media was really. And then, okay, I was just listening. I listened to a lot of Joe Rogan while Josh was away, which was
is
not
nuts.
good.
Dude.
It was not good for my psyche. I think I was growing a
You
beard.
needed that energy at home.
I literally, I was like, I'm becoming a bro, dude.
She probably listened to, I don't know, what, 12 plus hours of Joe Rogan while I was gone.
Maybe more. Honestly.
You come home, she's under the blanket sniffing smelling salts. It's not what it looks like.
I really
Doing kettlebell exercises.
What I like, listen, what I like about Joe Rogan is that I don't get stuck in an echo chamber. Like you can listen to, it's just things that interest him. So you can listen to things that maybe you're not getting on your For You page. You know, like I listened to a podcast about the Bernie Sanders podcast, and some of the parts I'm going, oh my gosh, do I agree with Bernie Sanders? And then by the end, I'm like, I don't agree with Bernie Sanders. He means well. But anyway, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Oh, he did an episode with this lady who was totally dogged for her talking out about the COVID shot and for treating people with ivermectin, you know. And I was learning some things that I didn't realize, I guess, like what was happening during the early COVID days with some of the propaganda. But they ended up putting out a picture of Joe Rogan and they discolored him. It was like CBS or something to be green.
Wow.
Or Washington Post. I can't remember which one it was. But they just changed his skin color to green and they said this guy's taking horse dewormer.
Oh, yeah.
And which, you know, ivermectin is recognized as one of the most essential medicines, like on every, you know, World Health Organization.
I think it won like the guy who made it, like
he
won
won
the
a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
He literally did. And for treating human beings, by the way. And so but like, you know, it's funny. I'm not a doctor. She is. And I think she thinks ivermectin is like the miracle drug. She's giving it to everybody for everything. And I'm like, I don't know.
And her trees.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
And her trees, right?
I don't know.
You said she was treating her trees?
No.
I swear
Did you
you said
dream
that.
that? No, she's treating like vaccine injured people with
I
ivermectin.
swear you said she was giving it to her trees.
No,
Settle it in the comments.
I think you dreamt that.
No, she definitely said
Her
that.
knees.
Anyway, it was, and then they were putting out things that were saying like there were people in the hospital that were overdosing on horse dewormer. There were gunshot victims standing outside the hospital that couldn't be treated because of people overdosing on horse dewormer, which is literally not even possible. And it's like, and something that Bernie at the end, Joe and Bernie are going back and forth, whatever. And Bernie's like, I think it's terrible what Trump is doing. He's totally going to like censor the media and we need a free media in our country. And it's like, what's the difference between suing the media for purposely putting out false information to develop an outcome and making a mistake? Like
Yeah.
everybody makes mistakes. In journalism, you have to react to whatever's happening.
Yeah.
But when you're deliberately putting out false information,
There's got to be some
that's a
accountability.
problem.
Yeah, you got to be kept accountable somehow,
Yeah, it's
or
crazy.
else it's just all fair, like fair game.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But everybody go listen to the Jose, whatever his last name is, episode. Is so good. He's like,
So I want to know how much Rogan's influenced you. Bear hunt, yes or no?
no, I'm anti the Floridian bear hunt, Andrew. Yeah.
Oh man, to everyone in the comments talking about my lactose intolerance, it is an autoimmune disease. I am anaphylactically allergic to dairy. I do not need enzyme pills.
Allergic
Thank
to
you.
fun is what I
Thank
call
you.
it.
Yeah.
Allergic
Thank
to a
you,
good
though.
time.
Yeah. Nerd. But if you didn't have it, Andrew would probably be unstoppable.
Yeah, it'd be too powerful.
Yeah, he
I
needs
think
some
that's the
kind
curse you did for eating your sibling in the womb.
Yeah.
I think that's your kryptonite.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like, he took my life, but I can curse him with the dairy allergy.
It turns out my twin had an accent.
Yeah, that, dude, 100% it did.
Somebody asked in the comments if I only have one leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
She works at IHOP.
What if that was
Nice.
what if that was the reveal though? Like this entire time people's minds were just being blown.
Dude, I saved this video. They didn't finish the story, but it was in either New Zealand or Australia. This older gentleman, they were whitewater rafting and stuff,
Mhm.
and he was like jumping from rock to rock on this river, slipped, fell in between these rocks. His leg up to his knee got stuck, and the water's like up to here.
Oh my gosh.
And it was getting dark and he was starting to get hypothermia. And so they had to make the decision to amputate his leg off
Oh my.
while in the middle of a river.
Without any anesthetics.
Probably not.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, dude.
Dude, my
What'd
neighbor-
they cut it off with? You know?
Just a knife.
That's my thing. It's like how you just
Oh.
like, what do medical professionals use to do an amputation?
yeah.
Like they have to have a plan for that, right?
Yeah. I think he lived, because why would you run that story if it was failed? But
yeah, it's just like a failed amputee.
yeah. But they're like, I mean, it's never been done before.
Yeah.
Like an underwater in a river amputee. And they're like, if we don't cut it off, if we don't amputate your leg, you will die.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that you'll die from us cutting your leg off. So
Mhm.
you have to make a decision. And he's
what
like,
would you do?
oh man, I guess cut my leg off. I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
leave me there.
Have you ever
What's-
seen
what's-
127 Hours
Yeah.
with James Franco?
That's a crazy story.
It's not real though.
It is real.
Israel.
It is real.
Israel.
Israel's real. Yeah, that was a crazy, crazy story.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
There's
I don't like. It's like reminds me of the putty cave, the nutty putty cave. That's the guy upside down.
oh my gosh.
Oh my
dude. Yeah.
gosh.
If you're a
It's
spelunker, you're dumb.
What's happening to my audio?
What's
What?
up with your audio?
Or did I break it?
Andrew's kicking it.
Oh.
Did you see that guy that kid that got detained in an airport
Oh, with the meme?
for having the JD Vance meme?
Pull up the meme. Pull up
Wait,
the
what
meme.
happened?
This kid, he was from like Norway or something.
His name is Mads Mikkelsen, which is the same name as
As
the
the
actual
actor.
as the actor, but it's just a kid. And he-
He was stopped. And he got
he was on the news.
He was on the news because they detained him and they're like, we need to see your phone. And he's like, what happens if I don't? And he's like, you're going to get arrested. And so he was detained. And apparently that was what it was because
that was like a
of some,
screensaver or something. And they were like, they said, you can't come into the US with this. And he's like,
Okay.
it's just that face is insane.
Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh.
It's so good, man.
It's so good.
Did you see the radar blip that happened in Montgomery, Alabama?
No.
Is this real?
This is real.
Okay.
Is real.
Every time we say that on the pod, we say like,
just the Israel stars. Okay, so that happened on every radar in America. This big old blip out of nowhere that happened for a few seconds right over Montgomery, Alabama. They're saying they just restarted the radar. There was having issues, so they had to restart it, and that's what happened. But it happened on every radar.
Yeah,
it wasn't just theirs. That would make sense for their local, but everyone's saying, and there's weather guys coming out doing like damage control. It feels like don't let the conspiracies just win you over on this one. This is what happened, but it just blows up that covers almost the whole central area of Alabama, and then just goes away a few seconds later.
was there anything in that area that happened?
There's no reports now, but it's just like one of those like the Buffet Island kind of thing. It's just
Buffet,
like
yeah,
it's just weird.
the blip.
Buffet. He's singing
That's-
buffet.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking Phoebe Buffet. Isn't she the one on Friends? I think her last
Oh,
name's
maybe.
Buffet.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
So what do you guys think
Buffet
about
does sound good though.
what do you guys think about alligator Alcatraz?
Oh, I don't know anything about it. Tell me.
Yeah.
Do you guys know?
I mean, I know that there's all I was told is that it's housing people, potentially illegal immigrants, and that if they escape, they're eaten by alligators. That's all I know. Which I don't know if it's
Because
true or
it's
not.
deep in the Everglades, so it's like, would you go running through the Everglades? No way.
Running? Sure. I wouldn't slowly walk through there. I would run through it if I had to.
Yeah.
do you guys remember when because like as Floridians, like the Everglades has been like a conservation nightmare issue. And do you remember one of the biggest things in the natural from Okeechobee flowing out to the bottom of the state? There's supposed to be this natural slow flowing river, right? They built a single road that was like a very huge problem because none of the water could escape. That road is the only road that goes into where this airport is. So in 2000, Florida passed a thing that was supposed to be like demolishing parts of this road, raising it up to bridges, and this was going to be how they reinstated the natural flow of water. So to me, my understanding is for the conservation efforts that have won, it would make sense to be freeing up water rather than implementing like new structures and buildings down there. Anyways, but yeah, there's an airport that barely ever gets used. It belonged to Miami-Dade County. I believe Miami-Dade County. DeSantis used emergency powers and just said, nope, that's not yours. We're using it for this now. And they're using FEMA trailers to house what they think it'll be around 5,000 people who will go down there and stay.
What people? The state people or what?
I think ICE will be just taking people.
Oh, so this is for ICE.
This is an ICE structure. But here's where it gets creepy though. You remember how like we've talked about how like FEMA feels like as soon as a tragedy hits, there's like all this overreach. Well, they're using FEMA trailers to house all of these people. So now my question is, how did it get okayed? Because this is supposed to be
a national thing.
That should be for us though. Like in light of like, you know, let's say a hurricane hits, like it happens in Florida all the time.
Which we're supposed to have a terrible season.
Right. And shouldn't those trailers that were built for our resources, or should FEMA still be up in North Carolina? Like FEMA shouldn't be taking 5,000 enough trailer space for 5,000 people and moving it into the middle of the swamp where nothing should be in general. And the crazy thing is they're soft sided right now. They're saying we're going to move into more permanent structure at some point, but they're saying like, in the middle of a hurricane season, I looked up the flood map. Like you can look up FEMA's flood map, and it's literally in the almost worst zone on the edge of like flood zones. It gets they're like historic events where it's flooded like 6 to 8 feet because it's already just on the marsh. So any hurricane that crosses over southern Florida, they're like, yeah, well, we're going to watch the winds and we're going to monitor this
But then
situation.
you're transporting 5,000 plus people
down one road and taking them to where? Like where are you gonna if the jails are already too full? And what they're saying is that they'll use it as a way of like
so this is a jail.
I mean, yeah, these are people who have been arrested,
Got it.
being taken down to be held, and they're saying for deportation, since there is a runway, they can fly people out of there. But they don't currently, they said they're working on the plan. Like today, Trump and DeSantis were supposed to be down there at the big reveal, like here it is. But they don't currently have anywhere a plan in place for what they would do in light of that facility being full with a hurricane coming in.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you haven't figured out the logistics and you've already launched it. Like it doesn't make sense. And that whole area, like literally just look at a FEMA flood map. And it's like we live here. If a hurricane comes into the Gulf, it's like maybe it's going to hit Destin, maybe it's hitting Miami. Like how many times have we seen, like 100-mile shift in the course of a couple hours because a front pushes it? Makes zero sense. And so my concern would be like, I mean, I'm not saying this isn't a comment on immigration, but these are human lives. And it's like, you're going to leave people trapped in this environment. Also, think about the people that are going to, if they do an evacuation, like you're putting people in a pretty terrible situation to get them out. Josh has a smirk on his face. I'm trying to figure out.
That's everybody's finger toes.
Yeah, that's what said. Andrew's finger toes, hard eyes emoji.
the wide angle.
They're
out
staring.
here.
Somebody said they're staring at me. Yeah, I don't. I'm perturbed about the whole thing. It's just like, yeah, it's a complicated issue. Obviously, what's going on, but we love Jesus. And this is scary and sad. And I saw the press release that they just did. I think it was today because Trump is visiting Alligator Alcatraz today, and the tone in which who's our lady that does it?
Or Lady Liberty,
his press secretary.
Yeah, I don't know her name.
The cadence in which she said it, I was just so perturbed. Can't we be bothered by what's going on? It's sad. We live in a broken world. Jesus, come back.
I love talking politics,
dude. This is a politics podcast, man.
Yeah,
that's all we talk about. Politics.
Right, left,
red, blue, donkeys, elephants.
It's all the same. Yeah, we talk a lot about politics with Sam Tripoli.
Everyone, you're objectifying Andrew's toes.
Guys, lay off his toes. I just go back to the camera. It's just on your toes.
It's literally just zoomed in.
All right, next live, we just need to have a toe camera.
Toe cam. Why are ratings so high?
Yeah, Sam Tripoli was such a awesome, fun podcast. Comes out this Friday.
He's so nice.
So nice, but it's just like some people just get it, Yeah. It's just like when you get outside of the echo chamber that is the United States, and you're just like, you look at it from a broad view, you can just be like, dude, there's so much corruption across all of politics. And like, just to have that in mind is
no, he put what my thinking into just better words of how he was just basically saying like, we're not doing this so we can get paranoid and become obsessed with all this stuff. We're seeing it so we don't fall for it.
Yeah.
And you can understand it. And like, you still love your neighbor. You can still live your life. But guess what? You're not going to be falling for these tricks or getting triggered by, what they're saying or getting scared. I mean, like just the hurricane last year was a perfect example. They literally said on news, if you don't leave, you will die. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just kind of like, I don't know. You just don't want to fall for it.
Nope.
He's the best though.
What are you guys doing over there?
I can't multitask.
I'm just trying to keep up with comments.
I know. I'm just reading all the comments.
A lot of feet.
We have any questions?
Well, we do have that one potential tropical storm that's hitting in 7 days.
Yep.
That's just rain and wind, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the fun storms, truly.
I agree,
Yeah.
except for supposed to hit on like the 4th of July.
I think it's supposed to hit after.
We can do it inside.
We went to southern Georgia to get our fireworks.
Illegally.
We got the real deal.
Illegally.
Why is it illegal?
You can't
I think
transfer fireworks over state lines.
Oh, I just said that on
that's
the
literally
internet.
a felony.
Felony.
That's not a felony.
Super speeder.
Felony.
I bought a lot
Great
of
girl's
fireworks.
name.
Got a lot of sparklers.
I did.
Unicorn sparklers. Literally, we did get unicorn ones.
And 100 mortars, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Dude, we're throwing some of those in the
We're gonna
lake for
light
sure.
up Umatilla.
Yeah.
What? Why are you laughing at me?
She's gonna be
Stop it!
There's that Joe Rogan come out there, dude.
Stop!
Lily's one of the boys.
Stop.
No, but my dad's neighbor did call and he's like, hey, we remember last year and you guys were like shooting fireworks like right over our horses. Like, I
Ooh.
don't think we were.
No.
Were we?
The back people?
Yeah.
No.
That's what I said.
I mean, the other guy, we were kind of shooting kind of toward
He
that
wasn't
direction.
home,
But
though.
yeah, he's fine.
Who?
Who cares?
The one with the cows.
He was mad.
Well, they're just saying, can you not shoot fireworks over our horses this
Oh,
year?
of course not. We
Yeah, of
weren't
course.
anyway.
I mean,
That's
now we're gonna.
Now we have to.
no,
Because
we
we're
weren't
mad.
even
Hey,
over
look,
there.
come on, be about it.
Come on.
If you're gonna be one of the boys, you gotta be about it.
Joe Rogan it.
I don't want to be a boy.
What would Joe Rogan do?
I don't want to be a boy. You know what you guys should do is take a little boat out to the middle of the pond and shoot them out from there, like like in the city does that.
I mean, that would actually be sick.
Let's build a little platform so it's like steady, but that'd be a blast.
It
We
is.
should.
It's louder over water.
I'll get on the
but-
kayak. You
Dude.
shoot me. I have to paddle away.
Wait, do you guys have to jump in
Dude.
when you shoot a mortar though too, like jump
Dude.
off?
Nah.
Paddleboard jousting.
I mean, that would be cool.
Ooh.
Just
I'd be
Roman
down.
candles, one paddleboard to the other.
I have to wear my motorcycle helmet though,
Yeah,
with my windshield.
yeah. So what? I mean, did anything else happen while I was gone?
I don't think so.
Guys,
Elon
tell
was-
me what happened last week.
Elon was put in as a general in the Navy.
Stop.
I mean, why not? Jeff Bezos
I
runs.
guess they
Jeff,
like
Jeff Bezos
apologized.
did get married, and everyone's saying it was tacky, which is mean.
You would be the greatest gossip channel, celebrity gossip channel. This just in: Jeff Bezos got married, and apparently his wedding is tacky.
And that's
And
just
that's just
me.
me.
There was so much protesting about his wedding that he was spending money in other countries too to pretend like he was getting married in those countries so that the protesters would be. He
Goodness
spent like
gracious.
millions of dollars in other countries to create a money trail so they could protest in other places.
Why would they protest it?
Because of the sheer cost of the wedding. They were
Who
like,
cares?
well,
He's a bajillionaire.
But he's talking about like if you can afford to do that, you can afford to pay your workers more. Like that, they
I
had
mean,
big like
yeah, I
protests and
guess,
stuff.
but
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's
There is
dumb.
a
And we have
point- I
all these
know.
celebrities showing up.
it's
and like,
love.
listen, you guys, I listened to like 2 hours of Bernie Sanders talking. There is a problem.
I know, but I mean, it's his money.
It is his money. And
He-
we're
blood money, Josh.
we're giving him the money too because I spend so much money on Amazon.
Yeah, you do.
You know what? Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
can't
You
even
do.
be mad.
Yeah.
Boys
Did
don't
you-
spend
did
money
you see
on
what they
Amazon.
were doing? Like it was the day before, a couple days before on the yacht. They were talking. She was like, I saw a thing where they were posting like how beautiful her wedding dress or all this stuff was, and then it cut to, it was literally just her and him on the yacht having a, it was like a foam party. They're just like standing on the deck of the yacht, like chest deep in foam, doing nothing.
Oh my
I
gosh,
was
that's
like,
how I would spend my money too.
Just buy a bunch of foam.
yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Did anything happen?
What's your first purchase if you win the lottery?
Definitely vehicle.
Kelsey said a
You-
4-wheeler.
You and your cars.
I have.
I would buy property probably where I was fly fishing because
Really?
you were. I mean, I was
Just buy
literally.
the mountain, dude.
Well, I was thinking that if anything were to go down, living in this area in Wyoming, you would be the safest person on earth, probably.
You think?
Oh yeah, there's no one going to go out there.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
closest airport was 3 hours away.
And you can see them from a long distance too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
I don't know what I would do with my money.
Someone said tithe.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's obviously the
Obviously,
better
yeah.
answer.
I'm giving 10% of my lottery.
after yeah, tithe then a mountain.
Tithe, then a mountain.
Yeah.
Did it make you interested though, like your experience at Refuge? Did it make you want to like did it give you like a desire for hospitality? Like to do that?
Oh, sure.
the land?
Yeah. I will say the crew that worked at Refuge, they were all 19, 20. I think the oldest, who was like the leader of the group, was 33. So
That's
like my
cool.
age.
Is it a lot of like college kids? Like,
Well,
age?
kids that don't know what to do with their lives. So they're like, I love fly fishing.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to live here and work.
That's a
they
sick
were-
life.
Genuinely the coolest dudes ever. Like really, really awesome guys.
That's all. We got to do pot out there.
Yeah. I told
Would-
him I was going to send them a bunch of merch. So
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Josh said that did you already say this? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
If you didn't have a family and a life and a
Oh,
career,
yeah.
you would have gone. So young folks that are looking for a direction in life, go check out Refuge and work there.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
If you love Jesus.
if I was 19 and I knew about this place, for sure I would have worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just serving people, taking care of people that are burnt out and spent and loving on them and feeding them and
But also because
amazing.
this was really uncomfortable for me. But at first, at the end of the night, or for dinner, they said during the day, do whatever you want. Fish, horseback ride, hike, whatever you want. But they asked at the end of the night that everyone gathers and share a meal together.
Cool.
Let me find this picture. Yeah, so like look at that. Those like
Oh man,
30 dudes just sitting around this table. And
this guy's being dudes.
the guy Brody who was leading it, who works there, basically like, gives a prompt of like, what are you struggling with right now? And just kind of people were going around. So I was freaking terrified to talk.
One at a time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these dudes, I mean, but it was so cool. These older guys were just so authentic and vulnerable. And like, it was really inspiring. And like, so these young guys that are working at Refuge, this is their example of what it's like to be a man. Like,
Yeah.
they're experiencing this like vulnerability. And it was just like, oh man, it was so sick.
If we
That's
have
the
a
dope
son, we
thing.
should make him go do that when he's older.
Yeah.
Go live there for like a year or something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very cool.
I mean, our girls would also probably love it because
Yeah.
they do a women's
They're
retreat.
not allowed though.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So do you regret not doing that when you're younger?
Not regret, but
You regret it.
yeah, I
You
regret
wish you had a
it.
different
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
I was eating literal trash out of dumpsters in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
The opposite of that retreat
You
was
guys were
literally
like,
a dumpster in Michigan.
Freaking Brad Pitting it in the rivers in Wyoming.
Did you feel like Brad Pitt?
No, I was wearing like waders and like tripping over rocks. Dude, I was like, this is terrible.
You know what, Josh? Should I even say this? You know what Josh asked me last week? Speaking of Brad Pitt, he's like, Lily, did you see Brad Pitt's GQ shoot?
What?
He's the coolest looking dude in it. Yeah.
He's getting cooler and cooler as he gets older. That's the
That's
tough
what
thing.
I'm
It's like
saying.
when you get, it's hard to look cooler when you get older. But yeah, there's certain people that just pull it off. Him, George Bush.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool guys.
I do want to say, I don't
Okay.
know if this is true. I'm just going to do a blanket statement so that everybody can look into it and just verify. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not spreading false information, but if it is true, then we do need to talk about it. But
So you're saying it's true?
I'm saying I don't know. So help me, internet. But everybody's talking about these 34 girls that have gone missing in DC.
I don't know anything about that.
Not everyone's talking about it because I've never heard
All
about it.
over my TikTok, but not on the internet, not any news station. So that's why people are saying it's false. But we see this time and time again with marginalized groups of people, especially people of color. It's apparently a couple days ago, 34 Black teenage girls were taken in 24 hours.
What in the world?
This is what they're saying. There's no news coverage. And some people are saying it's false. So I don't know. But if it's not false, obviously we need to boost it and talk about it.
Yeah, for real. We'll have to look into that. That's nuts.
Yeah, everybody should look. And the number is rising apparently. It's like another 14, like 2 days later.
Yeah, have you seen that? Like that talk? Have we talked about it? Like how you don't really see new cemeteries anymore? Like, I mean, and at all?
We have not talked about that, but I've been doing research on it.
Yeah,
I mean, we can talk about it now, but
let's. Yeah, it's weird.
there's a lot of stats with it where it's just like
A lot of people are saying it's false. Some people are saying it's false.
Okay.
someone says it's Chinese propaganda. So way to go, Lil. You're feeding the machine. I'm just
I
kidding. I'm kidding.
Lily is a communist.
Stop it.
But yeah, the graveyard side. They said the statistics of so there's allotted land for graveyards in the United States.
Got it.
I don't know the exact number of how much acreage it takes up, but they're saying that with the amount of people, they said if you just go back to World War II on the amount of people that have died within the US,
Yeah.
these graveyards can only hold like 10% of those bodies. So they're saying where are all the other bodies?
It seems like a silly question. It seems like the question, like, when's the last time you saw your neighbors taking in the groceries? Huh?
Yeah.
When's the last time you ever saw a great new cemetery? It's like, it's actually true. That's people are dying all the time.
Yeah.
Where are they going? Are those? I mean, people
Oh,
are
that's
getting
weird.
buried,
And they said,
but more people are getting cremated. When did cremation start?
well, yeah. And what they're saying, well, this dude pulled up the stats too. He's like, the amount of people cremated, you still are barely touching the surface of like, there's not enough space in the United States allotted to contain all the bodies that have died in the United States.
Legally, can I bury
someone
you
said-
on the property?
I think you have to get like permitting or something.
Considering you can't put up a 5-foot run of fence without a permit, pretty sure you can't put a body in the ground without one.
I would.
Hey,
I
you're
would,
my
I would
property.
Give it a couple years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure you could.
Okay.
Yeah. Give it a
So
couple
where do
years.
I store them in the meantime?
Fridge.
Fridge,
Yeah.
freezer.
Gross.
be like,
Someone said the bodies were all the chicken from the fast food restaurants is from.
Oh, that's right. It's KFC.
yeah.
So, dude, could you imagine if that was ever to be true? Like human meat was being served like on a national level and the government knew about it. That would be the most twisted thing in the world.
I wouldn't doubt it though.
I mean, that's crazy to think about.
If you bury
Don't
a
say that,
body on
people.
your property, you don't have to pay property taxes anymore. Is that true?
I did read that.
But
Yeah.
there's probably some preliminary things you have to do.
The only scary thing is what if we lose the land?
Yeah.
What if
then-
crisis happens and then you're there?
well, it's like Browntown, right? They have graves on their property.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. So I wonder if they have to pay property tax.
Dude, this says
Wow.
after death, you own the body and can transport it however you like.
That's
Heck
what
yeah.
that's what I'm
That's
talking about.
so
Dude,
weird.
please.
though.
I just want something fun done to my body whenever I'm gone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want like just basic stuff. I want something crazy. Like that lady that had her body go to like NASA and they like experiment, like blowing up and stuff.
Well, she didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, it's donation to science though.
Yeah. And then her son discovered that
Yeah.
she was literally blown up.
What happened?
We talked about it a
yeah,
while
that's-
ago.
that's
Yeah.
horrible.
That's what I want to elect to do though.
Yeah.
And then you guys can buy tickets.
Okay.
4th of July. He'll hook me to a rocket,
Our
dude.
tears we're hysterical. That's a nightmare.
No one's
Andy.
crying at my funeral. At my wedding either. Funeral.
Yeah.
No, that would be everyone cried at my wedding. Kelsey, no.
You know what? Did you already have your 10th wedding anniversary?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on my 13th this December.
Oh my gosh, for your 15th, we should do like a wedding, like a renewal of vows.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
And maybe a destination one. Maybe we go
Ooh,
to
let me officiate it.
Hawaii.
Dude, that would be fun.
You did mine. Let me do yours.
I'll do it. Let's do it.
I'll jump on that.
Mail
That
it.
trip.
That would be so
It's
fun.
always-
It's what brings us together today.
I thought you didn't want to go to Hawaii at all.
I do want to go to Hawaii. It's not high on my list. I want to go. Well, I guess I want to experience that culture too. I want to see new things.
So
It's the same culture here.
To me, Hawaii, I'm
It's
just
the same
like
thing.
Florida is also tropical, but it's not like Hawaii,
It's
right?
basically Florida. It's Florida with more sushi.
You know how lame I felt when all these dudes at this refuge thing, they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from the hills of North Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. I'm from Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. They're like, where are you from? I'm like, an hour outside of Orlando.
Northeast of Orlando, about
And
45 minutes.
They're
You know
like,
where-
oh, cool.
you know where Disney is?
I did say, I'm like, I used to hate Florida growing up here
Mm.
just because it's like I didn't experience anything else. But moving around so much, living in so many different states across the ocean,
Yeah.
I'm like, I grew a appreciation for Florida. And these guys are like, you ever think you'll move? I'm like, well, can't. I'm building a house. So I don't want to move. I love Florida.
I love it too.
Yeah. They say that, we saw that sign on the Brian Trahan.
Yeah, I was actually just brought to my attention.
It said Florida, were the freedom state or something like that. It's like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freedom to do whatever you
Yeah.
want, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody, by the way, if you're not watching it, we love Ryan Trahan. He loves Jesus and he's just like a hilarious.
I didn't know he was a
Young guy.
Christian.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
He doesn't talk about it on his videos very often, but it's coming out through the series that he's doing for St. Jude Research Hospital.
Cool.
And it's
I've
a
only-
really cool series.
We've watched like 3 episodes. We got to get caught up.
Oh, yeah. We're caught
It's
up.
So
Dude,
nice.
Ada loves this show. She's like
Really?
pretending that she's a YouTuber that goes to Airbnbs. She keeps saying, we're going on a trip.
It's cool. So
She's
what
the
he's
best.
doing is 50 days and he's spending the night in 50 states in 50 days at different Airbnbs
Like the best Airbnbs
Okay.
in each state.
or that
Like
he
the,
found.
yeah, the New Mexico one, the bunker
Oh, yeah.
was crazy. That
Yeah.
was wild.
But it's super cool. A crazy challenge. And there's some fun twists. He has like this wheel of doom. So like if someone donates $50,000, he has to spin this wheel of doom. And like some of it's like airplane modes where they have to turn off their phones and find their way to their Airbnb.
Other one, they
Um,
have to split up. So he has his girlfriend or wife with him. And so they have to like literally drive separately and can't talk to each other or something. It's
Yeah, but their goal was to raise $1 million. They've already surpassed it. They've actually passed 2 million now.
that's
Dang.
so cool.
But what's cool is that if you donate over $5,000, he reads your donation at the end of the video. And I mean, he's had like Kia donated $100,000, T-Mobile donated $100,000, So if you actually donate $100,000, they get to choose on the Wheel of Doom what you're gonna do. So it's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a genius guy. I'm going to go buy candy just because of him.
His candy
Yeah.
is
Candy.
really good.
Is
It
it?
is really good.
It's so good. Yeah. Ada keeps saying, "Wheel of Doom." She's like,
Dude, you guys need to plan your own little like day where it's like you guys get to choose wherever, but it's like all chance, like going to the mall, going to the
oh,
park,
fun.
and it's like the Wheel of Doom, so you have to do something. I feel
Ada
like
would love that.
that would be so fun.
Yeah,
We said
donations
that
go
it
to
goes
St. Jude.
Yeah. And
Which-
they're over $2 million now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Which the concept of St. Jude is actually really cool, but
Mhm.
somehow I feel just still like skeptical of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, with any big, huge corporation like that, when it's all like we're doing this for the people, the world has been played too many times.
I mean,
to not
Red
have
Cross
little
is
trust.
a fantastic example. The Red Cross, they receive just millions, billions of dollars of donations,
Yeah.
but like it's like less than 10% is allocated towards the actual needs.
Mhm.
But St. Jude's, I mean, the people that bring their children to St. Jude, they literally don't
benefit.
pay bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
My-
so cool.
Yeah.
My cousin
That's
was
so
treated
cool.
at St. Jude, and they just totally rave about that experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But,
I'm like, why aren't all children's hospitals like that?
I
Like
know.
all children's hospitals should like,
Why
I
is
know.
that our taxes not going to that? Like, I would
Yeah.
happily remove it from something else just to go that.
I know.
We got to figure it out.
we should do
man.
something creative.
We should get into politics.
Oh,
Dude, this is a politics podcast. This is what I've been saying
We
the whole
we
time.
always talk about politics. Yes.
Red, white, red, blue.
Josh Hooper, mayor of Umatilla.
Hey.
I have thought about running for city council for Tavares just for fun next re-election. So
I'll vote for you.
good night, Mr. Jackson. That's dad. We should do that phone call where we say, "Just want to say good night."
Oh yeah.
it would be to figure out the most random person.
If we did like Sam Tripoli,
Hey man, I just wanna
or we
say
do Hardy. We have his number.
good night.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Hey Hardy.
You think he'd answer? Should you
Uh,
chance it right now?
It's 2
Just call,
p.m.
just call to say goodnight. Like, I'm go to bed early.
I'm literally still awake.
Should I chance it?
I mean,
But
what do we
what-
have to lose, man?
If you donate $50,000, Josh Hooper will chance it.
I don't want to burn that bridge.
Oh, man.
Because we're trying to get him on for when we go to Nashville.
Yes.
Yeah, we're literally gonna go trick or treating in Franklin if you live in Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin, Tennessee.
I'm thinking about making the girls' costumes. We should all make the girls' costumes.
Let's do it. Let's make it do a big theme.
Yeah.
Cryptids.
Do a cryptid theme, dude. Jane as a little Bigfoot would be the cutest thing
They're
ever.
obsessed with Bigfoot right now.
That'd be like a Menehune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was the little guys in Star Wars? What are those guys called?
Ewoks.
Ewoks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So cute.
All right, guys. Well,
This was fun.
this was fun. This was a good. I apologize for the switching if it was bad.
I'm impressed you did
It's
it.
brand new.
Yeah, brand new. There's them. Here's us.
Ba, 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 ba.
We love you guys. Should we continue doing the lives? Because we want to potentially do them once a week.
Yeah. What day would? I mean, we're gonna try to figure out our best schedule, but
Obviously not Friday because we
What-
posted it last Friday.
probably what time?
Yeah. What day and what time?
Like if we're doing this during the workday. So tell us what time would you prefer, and give us the obviously what time zone you're in, because it's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we started, so
Yeah.
it's kind of middle of the day for us. But if it's a little bit later for you guys, so you can have it during your lunch break or something, not Thursdays.
I like the Wednesday. This channel has a history with Wednesdays.
I was thinking about Mondays as well, but Mondays are also sometimes.
In lives, we can get whoever involved. Like it's a little bit more relaxed. So if we needed to pull in somebody from the
Yeah.
office or
It'd
something,
be fun to get specifically live guests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, get Takashi on a live. We need to get
Dude.
him on there.
Heck yeah. I see a lot of Wednesdays.
Cool.
Wednesdays. Can't do Fridays because that's our podcast release day.
Yeah, YouTube punished us last time.
They did.
We
That was
The
so
algorithm
bad.
like freaked the algorithm out, and they're like, "Oh, you did a live. We're not going to push your podcast at all."
Cool. Maybe we'll keep working on it.
And
Keep watching our stuff for updates.
Angela when she said Wednesday. Angela, what time you pick?
Yeah, she's our boss now. So
dang.
we gotta
Wednesdays would actually, yeah, those could work.
because it's not the class days, right?
And you get like Monday and Friday holidays. So you'd have like inconsistency whether or not
True.
you did it.
Oh, true that.
Yeah.
Trudeau.
Wednesdays at 2. All right.
2 EST.
1 Central, which is 2 here. We're on track, people.
Hey, we're
Okay.
catching up.
Okay.
Okay.
Unanimous decision.
Yes.
Saturday, 11 p.m.
We got Wednesday at 2. We got Wednesday. Wednesday we got 2.
Hey, but
You see
speaking of that live kind of taking over our last podcast, it kind of put us a little down in the charts from where we'd been. So I'm gonna sick this entire live, and if you guys could all go to Spotify or wherever you watch podcasts and just give us a rating, it'll help bring us back to where we were. So
Yeah.
we would appreciate that.
I also wonder if we're being pushed down because of the content in which, because we're not like really being shy about what we're talking
it's
about.
America. There's
It
no
is possible,
censorship
'cause
here.
I was talking to our Spotify guy because he says, like, tell me which episode you like push or whatever. So I told him.
Mhm.
They didn't push it.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully the Sam one drops good.
Yeah, so go follow us on Spotify, listen to on Spotify and YouTube, listen to our episodes twice and learn something.
Just have them playing in the background. But please leave us a fun review. We love reading through the last silly, very creative reviews that you guys leave us. It's the best. If you haven't left one yet, please do. It helps us a ton. And we want to keep doing this.
Yeah. Also, you guys have to do the Florida Tourida. If you're in Florida or close to Florida, or you want to travel to Florida,
October 2nd, 9th, and 16th are our dates here in Florida. We're going Jacksonville first, Tampa, then Orlando. This is our first live show we've ever done. We're putting it together. It's 2 hours of hanging out with your best friends.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be laughing. We're gonna be joking around. We're gonna film some videos.
It's gonna be very intimate too.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's like a small comedy club, and make it like what
we're
they're
not wearing
saying.
shirts.
Make it into stop it right now. Make it into a vacation because they're all in like big destination sites. One's in Tampa, one's in Orlando, one's in Jacksonville.
Tons
Hit
of
the
stuff.
beach. Our tickets are not very expensive, so you could make it a small part of your overall vacation, and we'll call it a NINJAS trip. And then tag us in all the pictures of what you do, and get a hippo pop wherever you go, except for Orlando doesn't have any.
Well said.
Couldn't have said better myself.
Thanks.
Could not have.
I mean, I would have if I would have given the chance and she didn't cut me off. But yeah, sure.
All right, guys.
Listen.
We love you. See you on Friday. Watch Friday's episode. It is fantastic. And then the week after that is also fantastic.
We got a very special guest on that one. And Lily's on with the guest, so don't complain.
Not this Friday, next Friday.
Next Friday.
But this Friday, Sam Tripoli. Very fun podcast. All right. Love you guys.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Natalie can talk.